Oh, it's so weak. So weak.
Ah, weak, bro. So weak.
You're so weak. It's so weak.
Weak! He's weak! Weak! Weak!
So weak and so stupid. That is so weak.
You're so weak, really?
You're so weak!
It's a joke, just a joke.
A joke. That's a terrible joke! It's a joke. It's a joke.
No respect at all. No respect.
No respect indeed.
As a hip-hop student, man, and I'm talking about early in the 80s when hip-hop became not only the voice for ghettos, hoods, rappers to express themselves, talk about police brutality, what was going on, the crack epidemic, how it became a symbol and it became a tradition for the hood and for those that had a voice to be able to represent for each other's hoods and the situations and just the racism, the police brutality and what the government was doing, but also brought style, pizzazz, you know what I'm saying, who had the best flow, who was the best rhymer, the best lyricist. But that has changed. Now it's more of, even now Jay-Z even saying that rap battles shouldn't be within the culture anymore. Back then, if you did not bring lyricism, if you did not bring bars to the table, if you didn't know how to freestyle, if you didn't know how to rap, you was kicked out right out of hip-hop immediately with no hesitation. I didn't care who you was. And there's a standard back then, even in the hip-hop Bible, is if you're not loyal and if you're not respectful to what the meaning and standards of hip-hop are all about, you wasn't respected and you wasn't within the genre and you wasn't going to be a part of it. And especially if you took it as a disrespect and if you took it as a joke, you was one that was going to be clowned, disrespected, tried, and this in a track. And that is how hip-hop became so popular and so strong and so much of a tradition when it came from a rapper dissing another rapper in tracks to see who was the best rapper and who was going to be the victorious one and the last one standing when it came to hip-hop battles or even rap battles, you know what I'm saying? Lacing them up in a track, who had the best album, who had the best style, pizzazz, swag, you know what I mean? But now it's like you can just say whatever the fuck you want in music. You can mumble rap. You can say the same shit like 10 times and everybody would think that it's raw. Oh yeah, look, that shit was raw. Nah, bruh. The standards of hip-hop are falling drastically. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. You have a lot of talented rappers today. You know what I'm saying? A lot of just amazing rappers that don't get the respect that they deserve. But to me, for Jay-Z to say what he said, he was out of line, very disrespectful, and him coming from that genre that you had to be able to be a spitter. You know what I'm saying? You had to be able to come with them bars and be able to present yourself as a major rapper, you know what I mean? The one not to be fucked with, the one not to be touched, because they knew once they felt your aura, your presence, and where you was at, it was like, oh shit, look who's in the building. I don't want to fuck with that one. And there's so many rappers here that I didn't even put, you know what I'm saying, that should be mentioned and also respected for what they brought to hip-hop and, just the chemistry and level of lyricism and the respect to putting the cities in the map and putting their hoods, you know what I'm saying, in the center of attention in the map should be very much respected and mentioned. So all those that I forgot that are not in the video from the 80s and mid 80s, 90s, early 90s, you know what I'm saying? Much respect to all of you, because all of you deserve all the respect in the world, because if it wasn't for y'all, hip-hop would not be where it's at today. But for all these sorry-ass rappers of today, y'all need to take a seat. Y'all need to take a fucking stand down and just sit your ass down somewhere with your corny-ass, fake-ass raps. And then you got rappers that are talented and want to live a life that they can't live, but they stand on 10 toes like as if they really do live that life. But once they see them real motherfuckers come, they see them real gangsters come, that's when they want to panic, and that's when they want to get scared. Hip hop stands for something. It has a meaning. It has a tradition. It has a voice that without it, there's a lot of hip-hop rappers and the pioneers of hip-hop and DJs and those that collaborated and made hip-hop to where it's at today would not be hip-hop at all. And I'm also going to represent for the sisters as well that represented for hip-hop, that stood on hip-hop and also collaborated, and lyrical geniuses. Just like today, there's a lot of female artists and rappers that are fucking amazing. You understand what I'm saying? But can't compare them to who they were back in the days, even though they were, you know, less female rappers back then. But I knew female rappers from back then that were eating rappers up back then, just like they would do it now if they had the chance, or if they were born at this time of age. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think the pioneers and the real influencers and those that corresponded and brought hip hop into where it's at today get celebrated and respected and congratulated the way that they should. And I just don't know. I feel like hip hop today is weak. You know what I'm saying? In so many different ways. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand. If you got beef with somebody and you want to go to war with that person lyrically, you understand? Hey, do what you got to do. Let yourself know that your bars and your lyrics and where you stand as a rapper will be respected and not be fucked around with. You understand? But I just don't see hip hop taking that same, perspective as it was in the 80s and early 90s. And, for Jay-Z to say that, and I'm going to continue saying that, and, with J. Cole faggot ass talking all that shit, you know what I'm saying? And then Drake, suing, Kendrick Lamar and suing UMG because of a diss track. I mean, that's more than beyond, There's no reason. What did hip-hop ever do to you, Drake, for you to put yourself in that position to go ahead and sue Kendrick Lamar for a diss track? That's where hip-hop came from. That's how hip-hop was developed, you understand? It's a voice, but it also represented so many different things. But the most important part is it came out of diss tracks. Who had the best bar? Who had the best lyrics? Who had the best flow? You know what I'm saying? Who came out on top when it was time to put in work? And till this day, around the United States and even New England and even China and several other parts of the world, you got freestyle battles to see who's the best lyricist, who was the lyrical, I say it twice, but anyway, who was the best out of all of them that was challenging and, qualified to see who would be victorious to be called the best rapper and be nominated as the best to be the last man standing or the last, female artist standing. Now it's falling apart. And I can't believe that somebody that comes from that genre, that somebody that comes from that, level will even put themselves in that position to even say something like that. But I just feel like hip hop is not where it was at one point in time. You know what I'm saying? But I want to congratulate all of those that are representing for hip hop still, that have hip hop standing tall, and most importantly, you know what I'm saying, that still believe that hip hop could be the competitive challenge sport and also the art that it came from. If you believe that you are that artist, that rapper or female rapper, congratulations to you and keep it up. But there's just so much nowadays that I just don't see hip hop being to where it was at one point. You know what I mean? Rappers are expected to diss each other lyrically. That's how you know which rapper's the best rapper, which rapper was more hungry, who was the best, who was lyrically inclined to be the best. I mean, just generally, now it's to where now you got Jay-Z saying, no, we should just stop rap battles when it comes to the culture. You know, we should just stop it. It's no good no more. Like, it doesn't represent hip-hop at all. At all. But you know what? Let's see. Because hip-hop still got so much to offer. And so many other great artists and fucking lyrical masters that need to be appreciated and also haven't been, you know, exposed. You know, we need to put hip-hop back to where it was, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to lyrical battling, that's a tradition. That's a format. That's a platform. That's a fucking, you know, hip-hop Bible ritual that it started within hip-hop when hip-hop began in the early 80s and the late 70s. So let's see what happens, man. I just feel like, you know, hip-hop right now, it's not in the stage of where it was. And, you know, with all this, you know, weak-ass, cis-ass shit that's going on within hip-hop now, it's like, it's making hip-hop look weak. If y'all agree with me, y'all let me know. Y'all tell me in the comments how y'all feel about this, and we'll go from there. There's your boy Chico Black. God bless. Peace out, y'all.